Buttons pressed. We are leaving. All right. Taco Tuesday's back. Quiet on the set.
Hey, quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned each and every single day.
You think?
Giveaways are hopefully open. If you are a Shroud player, you need to go to twitch.tv/Cynicist and twitch.tv/NBNN News and bang, bundle me. Then come on over to, go over to Laz's side, twitch.tv/NBNN News and get in on the Steam Key giveaway. Then come right back over to my side, twitch.tv/Cynicist and bang the bootay. And bang it hard. Because banging things, what we do around here. Can only just hear Jack on your stream, Laz.
You can only hear Jack because I'm not talking?
Well, I don't know.
Not...
Did you hear the intro Crafty? That's the real question.
I mean, I see levels going through, and it's registering. Yeah, I was gonna say you only hear Jack because I'm not talking.
Yeah.
That's usually a good indicator.
Yes.
Yeah, I was not
Or
talking.
yeah.
That was what the last few minutes were, Crafty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what they were. But yes, as Jack said, the giveaways are open. Is welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Tuesday. We are back 5 days a week. Taco Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, here inside and outside Trinity Avatar. And of course, we've got loads of updates from Chris from today, and many other deep dives to get into. So just remind everybody that we are towards the end of the month. So if you haven't subbed yet and you want to be in on the action, you have till Friday to get in a sub or donate 500 bits to get in on the supporter race that'll happen next Monday on the 3rd of August,
Yeah.
which of course will be the beginning of somebody's birthday month. Wonder who that would be.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
something.
This guy. But are you ready to
Okay.
get into today's stuff? I guess we need a refresh because he's been adding stuff all morning. Started out with like
Oh
20
yeah.
something this morning, and now we're up to 47 items today.
47.
47 items updated today. So let's get right into it because we've got lots and lots of new stuff to cover. Coming in on the Chaos server, which again will most likely open for some weekends in September after Dragon Con,
Maybe.
and
Maybe.
release slated for October 1st for the new
Yes.
and improved Trinity
That's
Avatar
where I
shards.
think you really run into an issue with that timeline, just opening it up for weekends. I would
Well,
say that
again,
should be done in August, second week of August. So that way, 2 weeks, and then open it up for everybody for all of September, because you've
yeah,
got to. The more time you have to test that, the better it is.
Crafty, it couldn't be that because
Bluetooth.
wireless can't be a loose wire. So
Yes, but headlines for today. Um, the title screen "Fire" finally sounds like fire. The burn intro runs a second longer and gained audio. A build under the old art and a whoosh on the first embers. The original title screen is back as an option. One checkbox under quit brings back the forest art, the logo, and Corellia's song. Um, and the top left status frame is back to its old layout. Title above the name and title left aligned with the bars, and 133 pixel bars with rounded ends over a dark track that finally shows how much of the bar is empty. Tooltips stay on the screen. The skill tracker is in the top right corner, had been opening them half off the edge, and holding the mouse still kept them there. An add-on author asked how to set the creator inversion their add-on shows. The answer existed on one docs page and not on the one they read, and the two bugs were waiting behind the question.
yeah,
The store would have rejected their submission for an empty description and would have rejected our own example add-on for being built against a version of the API that is too new.
got a comment from Chris, says he's focusing completely on UI. for the next few
Yes.
days. Then it'll get into the fun
Yes.
stuff again. Very cool.
Oh, fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm just liking a lot of the new stuff with the UI personally. So go for it and add all the options, add all the bells and whistles. I love the resizable everything. I love the lockable
Yeah.
everything. I love all the options I'm seeing so far, and the new looks, by the way. The new look is
Yes.
a little bit cleaner than the old UI, in my opinion. So
Yeah. And then Sentinel's playing around on PAX Die right now. And
yeah, he's not impressed with the magic system apparently, or the lack of one that he's finding
that
so far.
well, he's also a new character.
Yeah, but he is impressed with the being
Still,
able to harvest everything out of the forest part of
yes,
it.
as long as his axe is high enough, and mining stone and ore counts towards mining experience. But I mean that is one of the wish lists that I created but that would require a massive overhaul of every single scene because
Well,
of the way they were done.
the AI might be able to help Chris out and fix that a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
easier. He's
Well, I mean,
He says
that
he'll
means he'd
probably
also
wrap
be able
up
to,
the UI bugs tomorrow and then
yeah,
move to more visual polish.
visual
Yeah,
polish.
again,
Yeah,
as if we look here, I'm just going to flip over to where we left off yesterday on the other topics of the
on the inventory.
inventory. I mean, this just looks so much cleaner here.
Oh
And
yeah,
again, the available extras and all the other additions there. Again, polish is always good. I'm not going to complain with more polish. So thanks for
yeah,
keeping us updated. UI already skinnable and shareable. So does that mean that
yes.
people can make custom skins to put it in and share it with their friends? Is
For
that what that means?
yes, yes.
Ooh, very nice.
So your user interface would have a like, and this is what we read
Very
last
cool. Very
week,
cool.
where you can actually go through, customize the colors for your inventory and everything else. There's 5 standard templates, and then
Right, right, right. Yes, I recall that
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Is
I mean, we do have CRS at times.
Yes, absolutely. Is
Yeah,
reminds me of the old Winamp days where you could customize all the stuff that goes with that. But customizable stuff inside the game will be very nice, and I'll be interested to see what the community creators come up with for their ideas of skins and visuals. So heck, I might even throw my hat in and play with it. We shall see. We shall see.
you'll probably dick around with it.
Might get a store-like interface similar to what I'm doing with Lua. Oh, very interesting. Something where
Yes,
people can actually like go and pick and choose and build from. What are you two guys doing here? Running the walls, making me dizzy.
they're running
Crafty
around and
and
jumping.
Fickle are playing tag. It looks like running around. What is the
Well,
floor lava?
Crafty wanted to come out of the outhouse again, but yeah. Um, the hot bar got its old look back. Key numbers centered in the bracket below each slot with a dark outline. No more white box around every combat slot, and a move handle in the middle of a row. A bug report about an empty recipe slot was wrong, and chasing why 201 mislabeled rows in the crafting
Ouch.
reference put plus a real data defect in a pet collar recipe, and all 3,283 recipes now check clean. And window keys and window selector work again. 41 of 48 would not open on build. Ooh, would not 41 of 48 would not open on build 67. Ouch. That's why you're working on the user
Yeah,
interface.
and debugging,
Uh,
absolutely.
yes. That's fun.
From a single fault.
Um, yes. Track skill advancement pop-ups line up in a column again. Each row used to be placed on its own measured width. So a long skill name shoved that row's icon about 70 pixels out of line with neighbors. And the chat window header is back on the tab line with its original button artwork instead of text symbols. The Linux client build was read on a branch that did not compile. A UE fix shipped calls to helpers whose file never got committed. Whoopsies. The file is end, and a new commit branch now refuses that mistake before it reaches the build server. Launch Builder 23, the launcher now shows what you changed in the build it just gave you, and now you can turn that off with one checkbox.
Nice. So anytime there's a functionality change, you get a notice for that. That's pretty cool.
Something like that.
Pretty cool. All right. Moving on to community, the nightly forum suite.
Nightly forum suite. Five wish list ideas from players. A ward specialization balance ask. Yay. Hiding other players' emotes. What's the point of emoting then? An aggro meter and a dungeon structure visual effects bundle. A call to revisit the truth quest line and a bunch of smaller.
Yes.
Oh,
Truth
man.
needs a workover.
Well,
don't even start. You and I both know.
No. Truth, love, and courage need a workover.
Well,
but yeah,
only truth was
AI
asked for.
rewriting everything. Yeah, courage also needs a massive overhaul. But yeah, yeah, that is one where, yeah, Lum should have never written a bunch of shit that he did. But yeah, especially referring to the quest engine. But yes, just AI transcribing to clear ideas doesn't mean I agree. Yeah. Lomir forgot.
Lomir, today is Tuesday. It is not Wednesday.
Taco Tuesday. 4-2 for Tuesday.
You slept through Monday. I know that. Actually, you got it in the giveaways. I just don't know where you were. You were probably out shopping. Well, let's cover what's going on with the new user interface stuff. And what else is, most of this is user interface and then add-ons and more interface. But now that we're caught up and we don't have to do 3 days of this alone, we can cover the majority of this stuff before we move over. We'll use the top half of the hour to cover this stuff, and then the bottom half of the hour to cover the other stuff. So
something.
Yeah, Monday we had a storm here, and we didn't have power.
That's never fun. That's never fun.
Yeah, I was driving home from I was shopping, and I was driving home, and I got home like within 10 minutes. The show's supposed to start, and I get in the house and no power.
Yeah.
Always fun.
I was out of power for like almost 5 hours.
That's why you need a generator.
Yeah, right.
That's why you need lots of things.
Yeah, you gonna read this, or should I start reading? Are you busy over there working?
Which one are you reading?
We're gonna go right down the list. User interface. Like I just
You
said,
sure
first
about
half of
that?
the hour we're going to do this. Second half of the hour we're going to do the other stuff.
You
Because
act
now
like
that
I
we're
was paying
caught up
attention
day
to
by
you.
day, I know.
This, that, and the other thing.
Something. We're doing something. The checkbox in the game windows is a square box again. It had been drawn with the round radio button frame. So an empty checkbox and an empty radio button were the same picture.
Yeah, you
And
skipped
checked
one.
was only. How did I skip one? Let
The
me
title
reload the
screen.
page. Oh, well, I skipped down to UI.
Oh
User
no,
interfaces are above that.
user interface. That's what I
Wait,
said.
UI and user interface, that's the same thing, man.
Little redundant there. Yeah.
It's okay. The title screen burn now runs 3.5 seconds instead of 2.5. So the old art reads as catching fire rather than wiping away. It also has a sound for the first time. A fire builds while the old file title is still up, and a whoosh lands on the first burning holes and dies out as the new art settles.
That's
The chat
the
window
new
header.
screen we saw the other day as well. That we're referring to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be the fade in, fade out. But now it's burning.
The
The
world
chat
is
window
burning.
header is back on the tab line. Tabs and the 5 buttons share one row again. The way they did before in the window no longer spans a row on a title it never had.
Something's burning.
Smelly elves, yes. Those damned elves.
Come on. Dead air.
Hold on. Like I care. You act like the radio's never had dead air. The chat window header is back on the tab line. Tabs and the 5 buttons share one row again. Oh wait, I already read that one. Add tab, the tab list arrow, and the chat option gear went back to their original artwork. Instead of the text symbols, the conversion left behind. Each one lights up on hover and while held.
The window pin is a push pin again on all 15 windows that have one, replacing the word pin and the checkbox.
And a checkbox. It lies on its side when unpinned and swings upright and settles into the bar when pinned. Hovering, it says which it is. And fixed a title bar that let any widget sitting in a start window drag. The help button already did this, so pressing it moved the window instead of opening help.
Help.
Also, the further along on the user interface, or UI,
The user in whose face?
That's right.
Yeah. So the UI now uses shared mechanics. So most fixes will only need one fix and get reflected everywhere, unlike the old one. Very nice.
And I'm waiting for when he does the pass on the user interface controls and has AI try to sort that in some sort of order and apply some logic, because I think the elves are going to have aneurysms the way that everything was laid out, and as well as the controls. As soon as the elves start to do that, the elves are going to have several aneurysms and be like, who the fuck did this and why is it so bad? And we will try to help you. And then all the tokens will just be like exploding for that usage.
Yeah, if you if you read the Discord the other day, he burned up over 1 million tokens doing something the other day.
Yeah.
1 million.
Yes. Yes.
So he's burning through some tokens with all this stuff.
Crafty, wish list request that shit. And he'll add. He's got a bot that goes out and picks that stuff up and then puts it into somewhere where
Yes.
they upvote it or downvote it.
If you haven't been paying attention for the last week or so on our stream, and again, we are now back to 5 days a week from 3 days a week. We've been telling everybody to get those wish list requests in there. And also, remember,
Yes.
don't put 30,000 items in a whole story format of what you want. Put a single wish list request in per request so that the bot has an easy time of picking it up, and do it properly. Okay?
Hold on. Let me check my cloud usage real quick.
Is Torque gifted a tier 1 sub to Shroud of the Avatar. Very nice, Torque. And Torque, since you sent the gift, we'll ask you what you want to do. Do you want to continue with the nudes, or do you want us to roll them balls? Chris says 5 Claude Max 20x accounts, and I use them up 100% every week, plus several other accounts.
My current usage is
and he's going to reward Torque with a full German translation. Yay!
Yeah.
Didn't you do that already?
In 4 days. Yeah, all the translations. Oh, German's almost done. The elves are working on that.
Yeah, already done. That's what
German's
he said.
German's a weird language as far as
yes,
words are constructed. Okay, the checkbox in the game windows.
You got 5 minutes to get through this.
Where am I at? Where am I at?
You were at the checkbox, so nudged.
Hovering over a checkbox no longer erases it. The window styling had restarted the hover look with the right settings but the wrong selector, so the game's own rules were quietly winning and blanking the art. The game now holds still under the pointer. Its bright outline brightens and the label goes white. Checkbox is drawn from the same backing and hairline. The text fields and dropdowns use instead of from a sprite, so it stays sharp at every UE size and picks up all 4 themes with no new art. And disabled checkboxes now dim the way disabled buttons do. Nudge the title screen artwork 40 pixels left, so the Phoenix and the Chaos Star line up with the column of mini buttons. The composition sits about 50 files. The composition sits about 55 pixels right of center in the source image. So the buttons looked off to one side, even though they were centered on the screen.
Yeah, I've run into that problem plenty of times in web development, but yeah.
I've had arguments with tattoo artists about font weights and placement and how to line things up. Even more fun. They're artists.
All right, let's get away from the UI. Let's jump down the Lua add-ons and then maybe interface or crafting.
Add-on manager reads 5 optional fields out of an add-on file to fill in its name, creator, version, description, and icon. Those were documented on the authoring guide page and nowhere else. So an author who opened the API reference found nothing. The page now covers them. So, hey, client-side documentation updated.
Nice.
Yes. Submit add-on window now has a description box and a creator name box. Both values used to be taken from the add-on file without being shown. So an add-on that declared neither submitted an empty description, and the store refused it with nothing the author could change. The box pre-fill from the add-on's own metadata when it has any. and are length checked before the upload. Don't forget to sanitize those things. Sanitize all those boxes. The add-on store capped a package declared API version at 2, while the client had moved on to 4. So it would have rejected the example add-on we ship as a reference. Whoopsies. The cap now tracks the client, and a test reads the client value and fail if the two drift apart again. Oh, yes. I'm using the tokens. The example add-on declared none of the live metadata fields, so anyone who copied it as a starting point got unknown for the creator and now demonstrates the block the docs describe. Congratulations. Okay.
All right, let's jump to crafting real quick, and then we'll move over to
a report empty ingredient slot in the garlic cheese bread recipe was not empty. A recipe slot can name a specific item, a whole class of items, any cheese on an item in the player supplies at the table. And the report had only looked at the first line of the tree of the first looked at the first of the three. A sweep of all 3,283 found no genuinely unassigned slot anywhere in the game.
cool.
Yeah. Crafting reference table carried the wrong name for the two transaction types, labeling 201 rows animal process or reshape, where the game calls them for special and apply pattern, repair, salvage, planting, and book copying recipes printed their main input as question marks and now name it. Worn item, salvageable item, seed, published book. The tables also picked up a month of crafting content that had landed since they were last built. The catalog builder now fails if a recipe slot is unassigned, sets both a specific item and category, and or uses an unknown slot type. The first run of that check found one, a putt collar recipe listing both a yard of leather and a leather roll category in the same slot. The game was already using the leather, so the leftover category was removed. Repairing an item with a gathering skill selected wrote an error to the server log. Instead of answering no, any client could trigger it, so the log filled with entries that were not false.
Interesting. All right, it is the butt of the hour, and it's time for us to pull two. Remember, Taco Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday, 2 streamer bundles.
The Moodbot giveaway and then lock.
Yeah, mine disappeared too. There we go.
Yeah, well, there's a refresh. So Croc and Patosh are going to be receiving my up bundles.
Croc and Conjurer Dragon are going to get my 2 for the bottom of the hour.
Yeah.
As we reopen it, let me just make sure that reopened. Yes, it did. Okay.
Okay. I haven't reopened mine yet because I'm using that for the names to send those things. Yeah, it'll be nice when we get the
Rich drops.
other things. It'll be then we don't have to do that bundle giveaway.
I don't know. I don't think Chris ever answered whether he was getting rid of the streamer bundles when I asked yesterday.
Well, if they would replace the
again,
bundles.
I would like a confirmation on that. That's all. Maybe he's going to keep both.
Why make their team work? Let it be automated.
Well, that too. I mean, automate it to look at who's got how many and this replenish them that way. That would be nice.
Yes.
Like we've suggested in the past.
Okay, so are we going to stick on the inventory deep dive, or are we going to go?
Well, I think we should cover the rest of the inventory deep dive. We were at S3.
Okay. Other proposals. We had which number S3? So S4, the column
No,
picker
no,
in the columns
we were
we already.
at S3.
One row tabs with more menu. Five pin tabs plus a more menu replace the 19 wrapping buttons. Um, Picking an overflow category swaps it into the last slot as the active tab. The more menu shows live counters per category, hosts the recently looted reset button, and let players pin their own 5. The tab strips never wrap again, returning roughly 84 vertical pixels, 3 item rows. Um, would you be able to select all of them? That's my question.
Yeah, he says he'll figure it out when he gets there, so many new options, don't want to commit. Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Um, and then
And
column
again,
picker and the columns we already paid for on S4. A gear at the right edge of the header now opens a display options card. Check the columns you want per window. Beyond today's 5, the item data already carries everything needed for type, rating, quality, crafted by, looted, and container. Your bank can name plus type value. Your repair pass can be named plus durability. The column name is not hideable, and a soft cap of 8 visible columns keeps rows fast and readable.
nice. Seeing an EVE Online, one MMO that actually lives where your table is heading.
Yeah.
S5.
Then S5, all bags, the flattened checkbox grows up. Show objects in containers already flattens nested bags into a list. What it lacks is attribution. An all bags toggle promotes it. A container column says which bag every row lives in. The S15's color swatch. I like the English spelling of color for a native Texan. I applaud that because English spellings are far superior, as some of our tell you. I occasionally actually do the same thing in academic writing. When I was working on my master's, I really did use English spellings. So, right-click gains, open containing character, searching works across all of it with an inbuilt pouch token in a search. So that belt pouch contains a reagent sack, and then there's garlic, mandrake, and nightshade in it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing, and I like the way that this seems to lay out, is that it'll
Yeah.
give you the regular old layout, but if you want to see what's in the all bags, you use the all bags button, and it'll break that out to
Yeah.
all bags, and then tell you which bag on the side it's in, so that you can
Well,
actually
actually,
see.
the the highlighted one. So his search here is in reagent. So the type is reagent, and or in he's just searching the items that are in the reagent sack, and it actually tells you the container that.
Yeah, well, again, I just
Yeah.
love the granularity of it.
Yeah.
Again, the search all is going to be a game changer just by itself, and the global vendor search is going to be another game changer when it comes to just keeping track of inventory, because I
Yeah.
know I've got stuff everywhere. And I've shown, and I probably got to look at this real quick, but I mean, you guys have seen not that one, that one. That I've got properties all over the world, 2 pages long of properties, and I've got vendors on all these properties. I've got chests on a lot of these properties, and I've got just deco on a lot of these properties. And trying to keep track of what's where sometimes just becomes crazy. But I got to pay that rent. Also, that's another quick question for you, Chris. Is
No,
the past
no.
due?
That's the answer. No,
Yeah,
no.
the past
Laz
due
hasn't put it as a
taxes.
wish list request.
Well, I just gotta say the past
Go
due
write it
taxes
up.
has been broken for forever. When somebody upped it
Yeah.
to 60 days, and like at 60 days, you
Yeah.
get a notice that you only have like 14 days left, which is broken. But if I have to, I will put it in the wish list request.
Yes. Well, it is technically.
Yeah,
You
or
literally
just
put it as a bug.
update it so that at 60 days or whatever you get the right notice. That's all.
Yeah. Which ones did we read the other day?
There
We read the
was.
end games and the already skipped,
Let's
right?
see. Hold on. What did we say up top was
We read the already skipped. Which ones are already in? I can't
uh
even remember.
yeah, anyway.
Da, 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 da,
Capacity
da, da,
meters.
executive summary. Which one?
What are you looking for?
Which ones we already read?
There was three of them. Doesn't matter if we repeat them.
Yeah, it does.
Unless you can go find where we referenced those three.
That's already there, scrolling around.
It's not here. It's actually in one of the updates from the other day, which you'd have to go back over to the updates to find. So, oops. So,
Yeah. Capacity meters, I think we already talked about.
okay. So then jump to S7.
Actually, S7, we definitely talked. The lock star
Okay.
becomes a column. Yeah, we talked about that. S8, recent loot done right. The recently loot table tab exists but wobbles. Force fixes the reset and returns the old UI had it. The new one lost it. See the S3 more menu. The tabs sorts newest first while active using the recency compare that already exists, but there no column header can reach. Rows added since you last opened the window get a new tint that clears once seen. The timestamp coverage gets honest. Today's single item drags. Merchant purchases never mark items as recent, and while shuffling things recently between your own bag wrongly does. Does that mean that if you have a stack of 50 garlic and you go loot 3 garlic, you'll actually have counter properly for the 3 garlic as well?
Yeah, he went
Or is
AFK.
it still
So
going to be like the 53 garlic?
he went AFK and says don't expect a response until he gets back. So
Yeah.
you'll have to ask that later.
I mean, that recent loot done right would actually
But what Chris did say is start
have that.
preparing now. Global vendor search will spike teleporter scroll sales. I don't know if that'll do anything
Yes.
more. Actually, with the non-global search, that kept teleport sales up because they had to go to several different towns looking for things. Now that they can go to one spot and know where it
No.
is.
But last that allows us to monopolize them, buy up every single
Well,
scroll and set
I
their actual
understand
price.
that. Shh! Don't give away the tactics.
It doesn't
You know what
matter.
you and I are gonna
It
do. We're
doesn't matter.
gonna go buy them cheap and sell them at our price. That's right.
People need to donate to the NBNN fund so that way I can
That's
afford to
right.
do something like that. State that remembers 3 memory upgrades, all local. The selected category tab survives relog. Today it resets. Sort already possess own containers. Remember that they're window rect. Sort and category. Keyed by bag identifies with L or UCAP. So the reagent chest opens tall and thin by the crafting table and the deed box are small. Instead of every chest sharing one setting, collecting a second column header keeps the first as a tie-in break. So value then weight ordering
Behaves like a spreadsheet.
Hey. Yeah, remember where I closed you and opened you, did all these things.
Yeah.
Tooltips
Absolutely.
return and learn to compare. Hovering rows shows the tooltip item again. The U1 TK grid lost them in the port, and the show tooltips option currently does nothing there. Once tooltips exist, equipment rows gain the modern half. The equipped counterpart appears alongside with the stat deltas. So upgrade decisions can happen in bag. For tier 2, bigger client work, saved searches as your own tabs. Star beside the search box saves the current combination, query, record.
Nice.
Under a name you choose, that is actually a good thing, especially the way that the queries are constructed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That one is an up arrow, because remember, the queries are not as nice as they could be.
More queries, more granularity. Absolutely.
Yes. Then there is also a quick deposit.
I love this one.
One button.
I don't know. Did I upvote this one already?
We already talked about this one, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Grid virtualization, the invisible enabler. Today, every keystroke, tab, click, and refresh rebuilds every row in the window. That sounds like bad design. A pulled grid binds only the visible range while scrolling, makes an 800 item bank search feel like a 20 item pouch, preserves scroll position for free, and removes the performance asterisks from half this document. Dim by default everywhere. Extra columns, all bags at bank scale, 0 visible changes day 1, which is exactly the point. That sounds like a Addy Bag's documented slowdown on huge inventory is the that would probably cost hoarders a problem if it was implemented. You need your bags lean and mean in your chests and other things.
I like this next one. This next one is going to be another game changer.
Right click, mark as junk. The item turns gray with a coin and moves out of the default window in junk category. At any merchant, one sell all junk button liquidates the pile behind a plain confirmation. Locked beats junk always. This is the inverse of the lock flag and the best loved tidy up loop in 3 different games. My question related to, I will have a will it flag all of that type in the future?
What do you mean?
That's the real question. So if say I'm looting something and it's got let's see. A bass, right? And I right click on it and I mark that as junk. I go sell it, and then I go fishing again and I get a bass.
Is it automatically going to be considered junk?
Will it still be junk, or will
I don't know. I'm guessing if you have one bass and you continue to fish marked as junk, and it stacks all the additional ones, of course,
be marked junk.
But whether that gets saved or not, and again, a junk bag, you know, I mean, it should be great if there's the actual bag you keep And if it's marked junk, it just goes into that bag, and then that bag, then I mean, again, we'll have to wait to see it in actual.
Yeah, and will it actually have like environment variables that we can mark as some junk? Um, like if I wanted to, uh, let's see, think of all the different beakers that are out there,
Well,
like beaker
again,
A, beaker B,
it,
beaker C.
I'm going to be
Yeah,
using that to sort those said items into
yeah.
nearby container
Fine.
drops instead, because then I'll have like a
Fine.
deco
I
container
am
and
one. I am one of four that has actually turned around and marked the up arrow
yeah,
for the junk flag and
I
sell all junk.
I
I don't know why people have not said that.
okay, let me see.
Um,
Uh, yeah, there we go.
yeah,
Yeah, if
that
you
that
guys
junk one
don't
is
realize,
yeah,
if you're not reading catnipgames.net and these new, let me get over here and just jump over there one more time so that you can see the main page, which is the proposals. When you get to the proposals page, you're going to see all these new proposals. And each one of these, right now we're on the inventory deep dive, started at the bottom. But each of
hmm
these um, ideas, as it may be, have an up and down vote. And depending on you folks out there, it's up to you guys to up or down vote whether you want these worked on. And again, as this says here, I will just reiterate this. These are the start of the conversation, not the actual plan. Nothing here is decided and nothing here is scheduled. Look these overs, vote on the parts you care about, and give us feedback. Other ideas are welcome too, including ones we did not think of. I wanted to push us out of our comfort zone a bit, so some of these are deliberately ambitious. Tell us where we went too far and where we did good and where we did not go far enough. So these have up and down votes on them. So if you like the idea, upvote it. If you don't like the idea, downvote it. And of course, the items with the most upvotes will get the earliest consideration. So just keep that in mind and get out there and read this stuff
yeah,
and take a look at it, because you guys have the power now to get these new suggestions possibly implemented. No guarantees, but the most upvotes will get the quickest and earliest looks compared to ones that have downvotes or no votes at all. So get out there, do some reading, follow us, because we'll be going over these as they get added. And again, we started at the bottom over here, and we have all these proposals to go. And each one tells you how many. Right now in the inventory deep dive, there are 16 proposals. When we get to the crafting deep dive, there's going to be 22 proposals and so on. You'll see. And each one of those proposals has an up and down vote. So it's up to you guys and gals. So get out there and do your due diligence. Read it. Figure out what you like and dislike and up or down vote it, depending, because this is where your voice gets to be heard again. So make sure that if you want to be proactive, now is the time. Don't come crying later on after all these updates are in and all these fixes are in, going, I had an idea. Or, now's the time to get those wish
well,
list items in.
you got those
Yeah,
proposals. I already
yeah,
linked them in chat,
yeah.
and I have to step away for just a moment.
All right. Well, we're going to be getting ready to wrap up here. So we're going to get down to the container color tags as proposal 15. Containers can already be renamed. Add the other half of the identity kit, the color tag from the fixed palette of 8, set from the container's menu. The switch shows on the bag's row, tints its window, title bar, and colors in the container column in all bags view. 10 identical ornate chests in a basement now become instantly tellable apart. So because you'll be able to color code them, that's going to be another plus. And I think we did this one the other day, which is sort to bag, container or category assignment. Tag a bag or a chest with the categories it collects. This chest wants reagents and seeds. A sort to bag button routes everything unlocked matching this item into the assigned container in one click. So if you want to do deco and say, so the chest of deco, one click moves everything flagged as deco over into that chest. Great stuff. And things that have been considered and rejected. Freeform icon grid view mode. 25 years of UO retrofits. Argue retrieval beats placement. A second view mode would be double the cost of every future feature. The table stays. POT style purchasable specialized tabs. Paywalled Basics is the one PoE lesson not to copy. Item insurance, a full loot world mechanic, no fit here. I think we did this the other day, although we still need to do a full loot playtest. Regis search, expert only. S1's token covered the need discoverably. Equip requirement filters or columns. No such data exists in the items or archetypes. Nothing honest to show. Cross silo merge window bank backpack. Not needed. ESO style infinite auto routing craft bag. Subscription shaped economy distortion. The in-flight crafting pull epic attacks in the same pane from the retrieval side. And collapsible category sections in one list. Generally attractive, but still needs S13 first at the bank scale and S3 and 11 to cover most of the value. So, again, there's just some additional information on all this, and that's going to do it for that. So, this was, again, the inventory. Let me jump to the top. The inventory deep dive with 16 proposals. Tomorrow we'll start in on the crafting deep dive with 22 proposals after we do the daily update from Chris's blog. And again, let's see, 47 items. Anything else added since we started today? 2 more items were added. But you can see as it goes, if we keep refreshing this throughout the day, you'll see exactly what, let's see, what's the newest fixed? What's the newest first? Was combat and rendering were the newest. So maybe we'll start using the newest first option. But it's time for us to wrap things up here for today. Thank you to Torque. We're going to be doing an extra game key giveaway here at the end. And we're going to go ahead and pull 2 streamer bundles because it is 2 for Tuesday. And we've got Lomir and Conjure Dragon as our 2 winners.
And Croc and Lomir.
So Conjure getting 2 today.
As well as Croc.
I'll be right there.
Okie dokie. Saves me having to mail one out. Appreciate that. Save me 15 gold.
Yes. And then my Steam key going to be going to Tina, who is getting a copy of a game.
A game. We don't know which game, just a game.
Well, I got to scroll through. Servonauts. Because I guess you can become whatever you want to be there, serving
All
people
right.
there.
So I am
Team.
closing my giveaway. First game key is going to Croc 2020. Croc, you're going to get a copy of Star Dynasties on Steam. And Star Dynasties is a $31 game, $30.99 going out to Croc. Congratulations, Croc. $30 game going out to you. And our last game key is going to Lomir, who's going to wind up giving it back. So am I even going to give him a game key?
What's the game?
How to Escape Lost Submarine. You want it, or should I give it to somebody else?
Give it to somebody else.
All right. So this one is going to go to Knight Rider. Knight Rider, that is a $13 game. Congratulations to you. Thank Lomir. So Knight Rider is going to get that one. And we are going to get out of here for today. We will be back with more tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
I'm Lomir.
And this is NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.